Okay, and welcome back to another class of finalizing database concepts. Today we're going to look at the remaining things that we did not look at in the previous classes. And today, if time allows, we'll connect our database, export our database, learn how to create the SQL database, and install the database into our project and connecting it with PHP as well, so that we can start making the real world logic with it. So what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to open Lucid Chat, and then today we're going to make a music database. So our music database will have become the third database. Remember, we start with an e-commerce database design. Then we come to a school database design, and I as well gave you the tasks. At the same time, now today we're going to look at a music database design. So if you did my tasks, like assume that you try to attempt, say, 10 different database design. If you try to attempt 10 different database design, for example, that of library, you try to attempt another database of school, you try to attempt another database of e-commerce shop, a database of hospital management system, a database of voting, like online elections or polls. If you tried all those databases, say assume like you tried 10 different databases, right now you should have understood the concept of database. But if you have not tried to design any, then I doubt you might have not got anything. So today let us do something else again. I'm going to make a school database. Remember, this is the previous database that we did. So today I'm going to make a school database. So I'll use the same document because I've not paid for this Lucid Chats. So my documents are limited to 3. So I'll have to use them smartly. So today I'm going to make a music database. So without wasting much time, let us start. I hope I'm recording. Let me see. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. Okay. So I'll first determine the tables that I may need. So I'll drag and drop this one here. I hope the time is counting. Yeah, it is counting. So I'll first determine the tables that I'll need. Okay. Drag and drop it. And then I'll put here maybe my entities. I can put entities like this. So what will I need first? I'll need we are going to make a music application. Okay. So first of all, you need an artist. Okay. Of course, an artist is the one who create music. So need an artist. Okay. So artist. Okay. What else? We'll need. After the artist, which model shall we need? We'll need a song, of course. A song. Okay. So let me write here what? A song. What else shall we need? We'll need maybe users. Those users who will be viewing the songs and download them. So we'll need also maybe a table of downloads. Okay. Every time that you download a song, we'll be recording that as a record. Downloads. Okay. I'm teaching them online. You can show me. If you can wait for 1 hour and you show me properly. I'm teaching.
Okay.
And I'm recording.
Should I add me in the group? I want to participate in your classes.
I'm recording a video, so
add me in the group in your workplace.
After 1 hour, please come and show me. After 1 hour, come. Okay. So I'll be here. So we'll need to record downloads for records, and then I'll add another row. Maybe I'll need views. Okay. So these views. So there we go. So these views may be like plays. I can call them plays, like which people play the song. I can call them plays. Okay, so downloads and plays. So when you play a song, we have to record that. So these records down for downloads and plays will help us to determine which song is trending, which song is being played most. So these are things. I think these are the databases. I mean, these are tables that I'll do what that I will need, and then we can search now the related database. So music database design, or you can say music database model, and we get idea from others. Let us see. Oh, this is so complex. What did they record? It's not even so clear. They recorded music, they recorded labels, they recorded albums, they recorded members in a certain music, and the artist in a certain music, and then they recorded tracks. That's a little bit complicated because here they consider even like a music will have a collaboration, so maybe a song can have more than one member, so they did all that. Okay, so you can see they have the reviews, like people can review the songs. All these are there, so you can relate. But for me, I'm going to make it just a simple application. So there we are. Now I'm going to begin by creating these tables. Julie, I'll be waiting. So I'll drag and drop our first table. Begin the first table of artist. So I'll put here artist. Then of course we'll begin with the what? With the primary key of artist ID. Artist. So I'll come and say artist what? Artist ID. Okay, so remove this, so I'll come and put the artist name. Okay, and then put artist what? Artist biography. What else? Artist biography. What else? What else do I need? Okay, artist photo. I need to record the artist photo. Okay, so I can add some more. Just click on it and add some more rows below like this. No. Just click on the last one and add some rows. Or I can just click on here. Okay, so I'll come here. I'll remove this key, and then I put artist what? Biography is there. Photo, profile photo. And then maybe what else should we put about the artist? Okay, those are enough. Those are enough to record about the artist. So I will remove this. I'll copy this and paste it there. Copy it, and then copy and paste. Oh, something is wrong, I think. I think my package is done. The number of diagrams I can draw there over, I think. Let me remove this. Okay, my package is done. Free package is over. Yeah. We have how many diagrams they allow me to use? My trial version is over, so I'll have to remove on diagrams that I use. My beautiful diagrams are going to be gone. RIP. So I'll delete this. I already export it. That I should have more space to design. So even the number of diagrams you can put in a document are limited. So I'll copy this now and paste. Now it is okay. So you see the number of diagrams that you put in a document, they are limited. So we have artist photo. Now what else? Now we have a song, right? I can call it a track, I can call it a song. Let me put here song, or I can say songs. Can use plural or singular, but singular the better. Okay, artist. Okay, so you'll have song ID, song ID, then we'll have song name, I can call song title, then we'll have song photo, and then we'll have song what? Song mp3. Okay, so these are enough to record about a song. Oh, the date when it was recorded, or the date when it was uploaded, eh? So I'll have to add one more column here, just by simply clicking here. So I can put there upload date, upload underscore date. So I have this song there. So now what else? We now need to create another table of, let us see, another table of downloads, I mean of users, people who will be seeing these songs, like people who will be downloading these songs. So I'll just come and say users, you can say user or users, and then we'll begin by user what? User ID, username. So his username will be the username. I'll not record much thing about information like first name, last name, no. So username, and then password that they'll use to log in, and then maybe they'll have also what? A photo, and maybe I can also help them and put like registration date when they are registered. Okay, reg underscore date. Okay, so just as simple as that. So we have also the users. So after users, now we have to also create views, like I mean the downloads. When you download a file or when you download a song, we need to count that as a download, because we need to keep those records. Those records will help us to rank the best song, the trending song. So you need to record somewhere. So I'll have to copy, I'll have to create another table for downloads. So I'll just put it here, and then let me call it what? Let me call it downloads. Okay, so here we shall have download underscore ID. Okay, so this download, of course, it will be a user who is downloading a song. Okay, so when a user downloads a song, a user have to download a song. So we're going to have here user ID, the one who is downloading a song, and this is going to be a foreign key, because it will depend on the user. And also we need to record the song that he's downloading. So it will be song underscore ID, and this will also be an external song, an external field, which is a foreign key. Then we need to record maybe the time when this song was downloaded, download time. So there it is. So I'll delete this. I'll delete it by just simply do like this. Okay, so there we go. So come now to views, copy and paste. Okay, so we're going to now to views. Views is just like plays. You call them plays. It's just like a download. I can even put them in the same table and just be changing, like one is a view, one is a download. Okay, so play ID. Okay, so the time when the time they played a song, the user who played a song, same. the song ID that was played, same, and then the play time, the time when this song was played. So this one will help us to determine which song trended or which song was popular in a certain period, in this month or in a certain period. Okay, so those are our tables. Now after creating these tables, now we need to do what? To link these tables. Okay, so to link these tables, of course, we'll begin with what? With downloads. So these of entities, I can delete it because it was just used for elaboration. I can even move it far away. Okay, let me move it outside. So just for elaboration. So these are the most important entities. So this artist, oh yeah, we forget one more thing. A song must have a what? An artist. Yeah, that's very important. How can your song be there without an artist? Okay, so we're going to have one more thing, foreign key here, and this will have artist underscore ID, the one who sang this song. For example, if one sings too many songs, we don't want to repeat them. That's why we put artists there. So how the song related to artist? So I'll just come and drag and drop here. Perfect. One artist can sing many songs. Many songs can belong to many artists. That's what it means. One belongs to many. So that is self-explanatory. So that is perfect the way it is and needs no any other correction. I can even move this up if I want. Okay, so that is done. Then we come now to downloads. Okay, so a download will involve a what? Will involve a user and a song. So you'll have a foreign key here of a user. So it will be a user playing a what? Playing a song. So I'll just come and say, and just move my mouse over here until the red thing appears. Then I'll come here like this. So what does it mean? One user can download many songs. Okay, but not one download can have many users. No. One user can have many downloads. Okay, so that's what it means. One to many relationship. Now we go to another thing. Another thing which is now the song that was downloaded. Okay, so I'll have to come here like, and move this one to song ID here. So what does it mean? One song can be downloaded many times. Perfect. Yeah, one song can have many downloads, but not one download can have many songs. No. One download cannot have many songs, but one song can have many downloads. Exactly. And then lastly is the what? Is the plays. Just same relationship. You can even tap from the same fields, or if I don't want the crossing thing, I can move this guy down, I can move this guy up, and I move also this guy down like this, and then I just come and get so one song will have many plays. This is what it means. Let me move it on top here. Okay, perfect. Okay, like that. One song can have many what? Can have many plays, and one user can play many songs. You can see that one user can play many songs. Okay, so that's the relationship. I want to center it. I want to center it so that I should explain it properly. Okay, let me just select them, all of them, and try to move them here in the middle. Can I go in full screen and keep on editing? Yeah, can even toggle to full screen, but in full screen you don't have these guys. They can come also. Okay, so that is my entity relationship diagram, whereby we are having an artist who is here. He can play a song, he can create a song, and this song can have downloads, and these downloads will be downloaded by what? By users. And that's the relationship. We have already discussed it, so I don't need to repeat it to save time. So that's how we create, that's how I can create a what? I can create my table of a music application. So I can export it to PDF if I want, or I can do anything that I want with it. So that's the music application database, a simple one. So now we are going to learn how to link, how to create now the database itself. So there are so many ways you can create a database. One, you can either go to your phpMyAdmin, localhost, then phpMyAdmin, and then you start doing what? You start creating your database straight away from this side. That is allowed. Like you create a database and then you design from this side. It is okay, because now to create a database, just click on new and then database name, and then you start creating tables. Remember, these are just tables. There's another way we can create we can create using a software. So there are many software that we can use to design databases. Among them, and the most popular one, is called MySQL. MySQL Workbench. Okay, MySQL Workbench. You should note that down and then install it in your laptop. Okay, in your computer. So to install MySQL Workbench, it will require C++ installed in your computer. It will just show you what it needs. You will have to install those things that it needs. There are just 2 extra things that it will need, and then you also install the MySQL Workbench. So just simply click on download MySQL Workbench. Of course, me already have it, so we'll just click on download here. It will come less than 40 MBs, and then you'll have it in your in your computer. But for me, I already have it, so I don't need to download it again. But once you download it, it's just a step of click next. Then to tell you to install just 2 extra simple softwares. You install them, and then you'll have MySQL Workbench on your on your PC. So I'll assume that you can do it by yourself. Okay, you just click here on download and then click next. If it asks you to download C++, it will give you the links. Download those C++, install them, and again install it again. It will work. As simple as that. So me, I'm just going to launch it, and then after launching it, I will after launching it, I'll start creating my my database. So I'm going to open Workbench. So when you open, that's how it looks like. My SQL Workbench, that's how it looks like. So I'm going to begin by creating the database now. So it is schema. So I just click on new file and then say new model. Okay. So if I click on new model, I'll have to rename the database that I want to create by just simply, it is connecting it. So I can rename the database here. Just double click on it, and then you see the database. So what name should I give my database? Let me put UG Music, UG News 24 underscore music. UG News 24 underscore music. That's the name of my project. So I will rename the database and just click here in the middle and it will save. Then you have to save the file before you begin creating your database. So to save, just press Ctrl S, or simply click on file and then say save. So I'm going to create here project, new file, new folder, and I'm going to call it UG News 24 underscore music. So there it is. I'll open. It is my documents. So I'll give this file a name. So this is just a file that that is going to contain the model that I'm going to create. So I click on save, and that file will be saved. So after creating that model, now we have to design the what? The diagram itself. Okay, file, open, okay, so the open, yeah, so there it is. Okay, now I'll have to put a diagram, so double click on the diagram here, and then they'll give us a workspace like this one. So this is our workspace, and now we're going to do what? To create our tables. But this is a software called MySQL Workbench, and the relationship and everything, they're here. So I'm going to do what? To start by creating my first table. So I'll just click here and click here, click on a table, and then click here. Let me rename this. I don't want it to have the name schema. I want it to have the word Eugene 24 like this. Okay, so there we go. So just click on the word table and then click here, and then you'll have your first table. Double click on the table to start modifying what is there. So since you have the design already predefined, so we won't suffer a lot. Why? Because we have already designed all our requirements and we know exactly what we need. Okay, so I'll begin by just simply double clicking here and create a what? Create a song, an artist first. Okay, so I double click and then say artist. That will be the table name here. You see the table name is here. So I will copy that name, and then I can move up over there. So I just double click here. You see column name, and the data types. So here I will put the column names in this table, and the name here, and then the data types, because this is going to be now the real MySQL database, or this is the one that we're going to design for us, the database. So they care about everything. So about here, the artist underscore what? Underscore name. You can zoom this video if you cannot see clearly. Okay, zoom it. Not artist name. I'll begin the what with the artist ID. You can zoom if you cannot see clearly. Okay, so artist ID, that's my table there. Then it will be an integer, and it will be a primary key. See, I've checked this one. PK stands for primary key. NN stands it is not null, so it cannot be empty. This artist ID, it must be always filled. And then here UQ means unique, B it means binary, true or false, UN means not unique, and then AI means auto increment, and then G means I don't know what. So the most important part is primary key, not null, and AI. AI means auto increment. So I want this every time I enter an artist, automatically this artist should be given an ID by just increasing his ID number. So I'll just click here AI to increase the ID of this artist. So after doing that, I'll have to give this artist a name. Artist what? Artist name. Okay, then you see here it's going to be a variable character. This is an integer, of course. It's going to be a variable character, but I can change to another thing that I want, whether text or, remember we discussed these things when discussing in the SQLs. So I'll make it variable character of 45. So at artist name, you should not exceed variable characters of 45. So just press the enter, and then what else do we need to record? Artist bio. Okay, and then artist what? Artist photo. This will be just a link of a photo of the artist where his link is displayed. So that is enough that I need to record a what? About an artist. So we create another table of what? Of songs. Okay, create another table of songs. So I just copy. So you can see this one will have this table with this information already inserted there. You can set and then increase the font, but for now I'll try to zoom in. Okay, so I've zoomed in. I thought you can see clearly better. So I now need to do what? To record the songs. So I'll just copy this and save. Yeah, that one can also work. So I have now 2 records there. So I can double click on this one to start modifying it. So instead of putting artist, I'll just put songs or song or songs. Any. Which one did you use? The other? We use song. Okay, so let us keep it song. Okay, so it will be select all from song, something like that. Okay, so of course we begin the what with the song ID, and I'll keep it auto increment. Okay, then we'll have the song name. Instead of artist ID, I'll put the song name. Okay, so song name, I can increase this text maybe to 255. Okay, then we'll have the song name, song photo, and song mp3. We can put also song details. So song details, maybe this one will be text. Remember, text the widest thing that it can contain. So song photo, just be maybe some long text. Okay, because it's going to be a song photo. Then after we'll put a song song mp3, like the song mp3, the link to the mp3 of the song that we have uploaded, and this one will be a text because we don't know how long the link will be. So that is the data that we need. Okay, song ID, song name, so then upload date. Okay, yeah, you see the beauty of fast designing, you will know exactly what you need. So what upload date, otherwise if you just go direct and start creating your database, you may miss some points. Upload date, a text of 45, and then lastly the artist ID, the one who sang this song. So there we go. So we have that one there. Now what else is we now need to do what? To create the plays and the users. Okay, so I need to create the plays. Okay, so to create the plays, I'll just simply double click on this table and then click here in space. So if I double click on a table again, I'll have the table name. So I say plays, and then of course we'll need a play a play ID. It's going to be auto increment AI, remember that. And then we'll need play by the one who played it. This one, since it will reference the user ID, remember this is going to reference the user ID, so it means that it will be a foreign key. At the same time, the user ID is an integer. Remember, we are planning to make the user ID an integer, so this one might also be an same data type. Okay, so it will be integer. That is very important point. Okay, since the user ID that we're going to reference here, okay, play by the certain user, will be an integer. So original will be an integer, so here it will also be a data type of an integer. That is very important to note down. So we'll have the song that is played. Can just put song ID, or say play the song of this ID. So song ID, remember I'm not putting spaces, and this can also be an integer. And then song play time, play underscore time, the time when this song was played. I'll leave that one as variable character because there will be a timestamp. So that's a play table for us. Okay, so we can even determine when the songs, in which period which song was most popular, if we take such important records. So I'll copy this and paste it, and from its copy I'll create the downloads. Double click, and then I'll come and change this one to download. Okay, I can say downloads. Okay, so we begin by the first one, download ID, the ID of this unique download. Okay, it will also to be equal to increment an integer, so I can say downloaded by, of course this one also be a user ID reference, downloaded by, and then I can say song ID to remain the same. I can put now download download time, download time. So it will be what? A variable character 45. So this will be just a timestamp. So that's it. Download time. Okay, there we go. Now what next is we now need to create the user. Remember, I've not created the user. In fact, we would have created him before. So I'll just click there and then come and put here users. So after users, we shall put user what? User ID. It will be a primary key and auto increment. But remember, auto increment is necessary if you can create your own logic that will be creating the primary keys that won't be unique. So to increment user ID, then you can put your username, the name of the user, and shall put here the password that we'll use to log in. This one will be a text. I will explain why it will be a text later when you are doing the project. And then after user ID, we are going to have user ID. After user ID, we are going to have what? We are going to have, after user ID, what else do I need? Put user password. After user passwords, just come to user password. We have user photo, the photo of a user, and registration date. User photo, and this one's going to be a link, so it will be text, and then maybe reg date, the date when the user was registered, which is 45. So there we go, and have that data. So those are our tables, and they're all designed. Now the remaining thing is to link them. Remember, linking them is optional. It's optional, but it helps you from making mistakes. It helps just from making mistakes to create a relation database, what you call relation database. And now let us do what? Let us link them. Linking the foreign keys, we call them constraints, to avoid us from making mistakes. So to create those constraints, you just simply double click on a table that you want to create constraint for. For example, this song has a constraint whereby the artist ID must come from the artist. So I'll double click on this song table and then come here to the foreign key section. You can see it down here, foreign key. Then we give this foreign key a name. You can say song. It should not have space this name. Song has a what? Song has maybe artist, anything that you want that it can help you to remember. Artist. Okay, so it means that this song will have a what? An artist. So I click where we're going to get this reference. So I select this table, it will be referencing the artist. So it is the song table referencing the artist. So I select which element will be referenced. Of course, these are the columns in this table that we are referencing to. So I click here. The song ID, the artist ID is the one that we want to reference. So I'll just click here and then come and click here. See? Artist ID. What is not happening? Artist ID. You see what I told you? So I'll come here to columns. You see what I told you? Artist ID is an integer. So also here it has to be what? An integer. So I'll come back again to foreign keys and then click on this first foreign key. So it will be artist, and then we put here artist ID. So I mean that this song table will be referencing the artist ID. Even if you see I move my mouse over here, you see the relationship like one artist can have many songs. You see, one artist will have many songs. That is the relationship. You can see it from here. So that is done. We go to another relationship. Another relationship is the plays and downloads. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to begin with the downloads. Let me put it here. We saw that this one should be near this. So we're going to create like this song ID must be referenced here. So I'll just double click on the downloads and then come to foreign key section and then say maybe download maybe has a what, has song. Okay, so that's the name of our reference. So it is going to reference from what, from the songs table. So I click on what, on song, and then so we're referencing, just referencing the song ID here. So say song ID is referencing the song ID. Then you can see one song can have many, exactly one song can have many downloads. You can see that relationship. So another relationship is the downloaded by, right, the user who downloaded it. So I just click on this, another new relationship. So I can say download has user. So I'll just come and select here, we're referencing of course from what, from users database, from users table, and then I select it is referencing the what, the user ID. So I click on user ID. So you can see one user, exactly one user has what, many downloads. Okay, one to many relationship. So that is done. Of course we are done with what, with the referencing of downloads. So what else do we need to reference now is the what, is the plays. So I double click on table of plays and then come to this foreign key section, copy, come paste here the word play has what, has a song. Okay, so after I come and reference of course this one from what, from the songs. Okay, so I click, from the songs, yes, from the songs, and then I say I'm referencing which column, the song is referencing the song ID. Perfect. And then lastly I say a what, a play has what, has user. Okay, so I'll come and reference from what, from users, and I say user, play by, remember we put play by instead. Play by has user what, user ID, because you can identify user ID from here. So our tables are fully connected. So also when you're creating a relationship, you can put also other conditions, like in case we update this condition, what should happen? We have three different things. It can restrict. So it restricts means that you will not be able to update a certain user who is already being referenced. We have cascade. Cascade means that you should also update this table in case you change anything in the reference table. And then you say set to null. Set to null means that you should delete, or you should delete that relationship in case there is something that changes on update. Then no action means like they should do nothing in case, even if you change the user ID, even if you delete the user and he already play his song, you can leave the songs there, his plays, you can leave them there. So that's what you call what, cascade. So you can put on what, on edit, for example, you can say on edit, on update you should do what, you should cascade. Cascade means to update the other side also of the affected part. So on delete you can also say restrict, or can say cascade. So it means that if you delete this side, the other side also, the song that were related to this user will be deleted. So you can also do this part here. You can also do these parts from here. So that is our database created, and now this database we can save it, and we can even export it to PDF. So in case there is another developer who may want to contribute to our project, they can do what? They can get this database and see where they get started from. Okay, so beautiful. Okay, so that's it. So I can close here. So let me try now. Let me do what? I save, Ctrl S. Now let me export it to PDF, to export to PDF and PNG and anything. So I can export it to PNG by simply clicking on file, and then I click on export to PNG, and then we see they'll just give me where I should put the name. Okay, so I can put here, for example, UG Music 24, UG News 24 Music, and then I save. And when I save, of course, it will be what? A PNG file. See, and this file can be exported, can be shared, can be done what? Okay, I can export to PDF, to anything that I want. So other developers or other teammates, if they want to contribute, they can just look at our table and then understand and be able to jump on our table, other than just going to create your database without in blindness. So even if you spend 5 years and we want to work on this project again, this database design can help us to remember. Now the lastly important part is now to export to what? SQL. We now need to export this one to SQL such that we should be able to use this database in our project. So to export to SQL, we use MySQL. You come here to File, and then you click here on Export. Then you click on SQL script. Okay. So yeah, there's something that we can set. Okay, there's something that you can set. Like for me, I don't want foreign keys to be imported, but you can import them for the first time. But me right now, I don't want it, so I can say skip creation of foreign keys, skip foreign key indices, and omit qualifiers. So I'll skip the what? The foreign keys. Okay, so the foreign keys will not be considered, because if we include them, they will work, but they restrict us so much. So until you work on a serious project, then you should use the foreign key. But if you don't want to work on this very, very serious project, even if you don't use foreign key, your project will be perfect. Okay, remember, foreign key, they will restrict us. For example, we want to insert a play with the wrong user ID, then a foreign key will avoid that to happen. But if you don't use foreign key, you can enter even anything with the wrong ID or with the wrong reference, and then still it will allow it. But if you use foreign key, they will not allow those kind of stupid mistakes. So I'll explain. So I'll export after disabling the foreign keys. Click on next, and then say click next. Then you see they'll create for us the SQL. This is just SQL. I can even save it. You see, I can save it. For example, I can say UG News 24 what? Music name database. Okay, so if I come to my folder, let me show you the folder where these things are. If I come to the folder, open path, you'll see that this SQL has been created. Can you see? This is just a bunch of SQLs. Let us look at them. Let me move this one outside this. Okay, so these are just settings for the database. I can delete them. Okay, then they say that you should create a database called what? UG News Music 24. I can delete this generated stuff. These are just comments. So here they're telling me that we should create a what? The table called UG News 24. The database called UG News 24. That is up to us. We can put in any database that we want. So you see, here there's a table which said create table if it does not exist, called artist, and then auto increment and not null. You see, the rules that we created, they have just been done what? They have just been implemented here. And you can see here the primary key is the what? Is the artist ID. Primary key is the song ID. So things that we were designing, they have been created into what? They have been turned into SQL. But you cannot design them without understanding things. Someone can say drag and drop. No, it's not drag and drop. You have to understand concept like the way I do, and like the way you're learning. So after understanding, then you can design. So you design with Workbench, and you export. Then you have the what? This SQL. You can as well just copy and paste, copy them straight from here. So that's how we design databases. But that's not the only way. There are so many ways. There are so many other softwares that you can use to design what? To design databases. Some are online, some are offline. But for me, MySQL is the most stable one that I always use. You can try it, or you look for your own. Or you can write your own SQL. These things are writable. You can as well write them. Create table, this artist, this auto increment, and this. You can as well write them. Or you can as well use phpMyAdmin directly without any software, and you create your databases. Okay, so these are the tables that we just need. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly, just with the columns like the one that we defined. So in simple terms, the workbench will design for you the SQLs. No other big business. And as well as creating for you the PDFs and the file that can help you to keep records. Now I'm going to go to my project and do what? And create this database. So I'll come to phpMyAdmin and then click on new. Okay, create a new database and then paste there Eugenius 24 music, and then say click on create. They have put it so down. So you can see here Eugenius 24 music, it is down here, it is being selected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import those SQLs. So if I select the database, make sure that we've selected the right database first. So I click Eugenius 24 music, and then I click on what? On SQL. So what I click on SQL, I have now to do what? To import this SQL. Okay, so I select all, Ctrl A, or you can as well click here on import, and then you select a file that you want to import, and then it will be imported. Or you can as well open this SQL and paste them. So I've copied this SQL that the software designed for us, and then come and paste them here, and then I click on go. So this SQL will be executed and everything is green. Once everything is green, it means that everything is successful. So after finding everything successful, now we need to do what? We need to... Okay. After finding the app successful, now we need to do what? To click on the database, and you'll see our database have been created. The artist, the downloads, the plays, the songs, and the users. They have been created. Now that's it. That's how you create a database. You can as well design. You see here a MySQL database. These are design. You see phpMyAdmin also has the design, but remember we did not include those foreign keys. That's why you see we don't have those links like attaching together. But that's how you can do it. So you can as well create your databases, your tables from scratch, like the way I showed you, like by just saying here you come to the database and then you click on what? On new table or create new table. That can also work, yeah, but it is not that professional way, because you will not have trace to your data. Okay, so with that done, now we are going to learn how to connect our project with our database. I don't know whether I still have energy. I think we'll start that from the next class. Yeah, in the next class we'll see now how to connect this database with our project, and then we see how we can start manipulating the database using using PHP. Okay, hope it was helpful. Consider practicing. If you don't practice and just watch these videos like a movie, I tell you, you're joking. Yeah, you're really joking. To get this experience is just to get your hands dirty on work. Otherwise, if you want to keep your hands clean by just watching, it will be hard for you to understand. You'll look as if you understand, then one day you take someone's project while you have never designed any database or practiced any database. You will suffer for sure. Okay, so that's it. In the next video, we'll see now how to connect this database with our PHP project and start manipulating it using PHP. Thank you for watching.